Hey EMbers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my first ever Sims 4 speed build here on the channel. So this was recorded using my PlayStation 5, which is not ideal for building in The Sims. This is a starter home inspired by the waterfront shack in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So here are some reference photos in case you've never played the game. This is one of the houses you can buy in Oblivion. And this is no cheats, no CC, obviously being on a console. And this is pretty much base game with a little bit of romantic garden stuff. So unfortunately, I thought I was recording building the exterior. I wasn't, so I have already done the exterior. I'm just showing you the lot traits and that it's off the grid, of course. And again, I could have done with more packs for this. Cottage living comes to mind, among others. But as I was recording this on my PS5, most of my packs for The Sims are actually on the Xbox One. I am a console player. I wonder how many people do speed builds here that are console players, because in my opinion it's much better to be a PC player when it comes to The Sims, but I've always played The Sims on a console. So this isn't the best build in the world, but I did try my best. So as I said, we are aiming for a waterfront shack style from the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. It is one of the base homes in Oblivion. If you've ever played that franchise, I love the Elder Scrolls franchise. And it's pretty much the cheapest house you can get in the game, with one exception, which I'm not going to spoil if you haven't played the game. So yes, the waterfront shack is in the Imperial City in that game, and you have all these beautiful houses in the Imperial City, and they let you buy a shack, which sucks, but I thought the shack could be the easiest to replicate in The Sims 4, and boy was I wrong. Like I said, doing this with pretty much just base game wasn't easy. I've also not got move objects on, nothing like that, so please bear with me. I'm trying to make it look as good as I possibly can. And of course, like I say, off the grid. So please be gentle with me. This is my first ever Sims 4 speed build. It's my first ever speed build on the channel. Please be gentle. I really enjoyed doing it, and I just thought you guys might enjoy seeing it. And again, it's a little bit of a different perspective because I'm not sure how many speed builds are actually done on the PS5 as opposed to the PC. There's a very good reason for that, as we will discover. But I had a lot of fun making it. Will I make any more Oblivion-inspired builds? Possibly, but I would definitely purchase more packs before then. The reason that I only have base game installed, and I think luxury party stuff, not luxury party stuff, romantic garden stuff, I can't remember what else is on my PlayStation 5, but the gist of it is the majority of them are on my Xbox One, and I can only record on my PlayStation 5 currently, not my Xbox One, so that's why we're doing it on the PlayStation 5, but I do have a lot more packs on the Xbox One. Again, I think this could have really benefited from cottage living off the top of my head. Possibly laundry day with the tub and that kind of thing. Now, I did make a few concessions, of course, with this being The Sims. In the Oblivion house, there is of course no bathroom. I did add a bathroom, and there's no kitchen either. I did decide to add a kitchen because I wanted this to be a functional starter home, so that's why it's sort of Oblivion inspired, but I did add some basic bits. And I could have done a money cheat, but I didn't, so I instead decided to delete things when I really should have just done Motherlode or Rosebud. I didn't. I don't know why. But I think it's because I wanted to try and make this as cheap and starter home friendly as possible. So unfortunately things do get deleted along the way. Like I say, I've had to make the room shorter to accommodate. And one thing I think I forgot to do in this video, so please, I do apologise, is I forgot to make the roof shorter. So obviously, as you can see, I made the room shorter, but I forgot to make the roof shorter. I don't know if I rectify that in this video, but I do rectify that, obviously, outside of gameplay footage. So yes, like I say, a few concessions were made here and there. I did put a bathroom in, I did put a kitchen in. But for the most part, I wanted to make it as authentic as possible. And I know it's not the best in the world, but I do enjoy doing these. And it wasn't easy to get the sort of medieval-esque style in The Sims. Maybe the new, as it's not really new now, but maybe the castle kit would have helped. Perhaps not with this build, but maybe with a future Oblivion build. if there is one. Like I say, this isn't going to be a regular thing on my channel. I just thought it would be something different for you guys and hopefully you enjoy it. I did want to put in a few skill items as well, which of course are absent in Oblivion as it's a completely different game. I do applaud simmers who can build referencing from other games, because that's just incredibly difficult to do. So for example, I wanted to do some Harvest Moon inspired builds. Actually, on my Xbox One, I am doing a complete new save file of Harvest Moon Back to Nature. I am building Harvest Moon Back to Nature from the ground up in Newcrest. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, please let me know. A little bit of a shameless plug, but we are doing a Harvest Moon Back to Nature playthrough on my channel currently. So I'm playing that whilst also building it in The Sims 4, so that's pretty fun. Another idea I had, but I just don't think I have the skill for it. I love the video game Lake, and I wanted to recreate the town of Providence Oaks in The Sims 4. I would love to do that, but again, I don't think I've got the talent for it. What was frustrating is I could not find any good baskets and barrels in base game. They must have come with future packs, I guess. But this definitely shows you the limits of base game, put it that way. Like I say, I probably will buy more packs for The Sims on my PS5 in the future, but it's not a priority at the moment because I say I do have quite a few of them on my Xbox One. I've never had every Sims pack though. Quite frankly, I've not been able to afford it. So again, we do move things about quite a bit, trying to sort the shelving out. I desperately wanted to get that chest in. And we are sizing up a few objects, but that's pretty much the extent of what we're doing in terms of changing the game. This rug was giving me some trouble. I had a vision for it and it just wasn't working. And I nearly demolished my whole build in the process. But yeah, the interior's pretty much done. I tried to get the paintings, the tapestries. Oblivion has a lot of really good tapestries. There's a channel whose name escapes me at the moment. Is it Angelica? Who has done videos on the Elder Scrolls clothing, fashion, and she recently did a video on the Elder Scrolls tapestries for Oblivion and paintings and that kind of thing. It was amazing, so I'd definitely check that out if I were you. In fact, I might link it in the description box below. And so that really got me thinking about the tapestries in Oblivion, and I did try to replicate them as best I could here. But we're nearing the end of the build now, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, bye EMbers.